Alright, back on the F-250. My parts came in finally. Had to call the post office because they didn't drop off the Calvan kit when they dropped off my Loctite. Can't do one without the other. This is 266 high temp Loctite. You're supposed to let it sit 24 hours before you run it. So that might be why some of them people are having theirs blow back out with them cheaper ones. But these things are right at almost 1/4 inch thick, and they say they dissipate heat real good, and they got that shoulder and it won't fall through the cylinder head. So for $224, this one come out of Florida, but the Triton 97 all the way up, or 95, 4, whenever they started them, all the way up to 04, 03's 2 valves are 14 millimeter, or yeah, I think that's right, and 3 valve are 16 millimeter. I got it wrote down somewhere because they are different. Don't get mistaken and get the kit that's the wrong one because it's cheaper. The 3 valve ones are usually cheaper. You can find them as cheap as $150 on eBay. Like I said, this was the cheapest one, but I went with the closest one. It's come out of Florida, and there was one up in Pennsylvania, but it would have took longer. The reamer and the tool to gauge, I done pulled the motor apart. It's got a whole thing of instructions. I've watched a couple of videos on it. The thread locker, $16. It is good. It is not out of date yet. It goes out of date around 11/19 at the end of the year. I'm going to put this in this truck motor for right now. Got the other motor at the shop. We're going to tear it apart. It's got, I guess, a DVD to tell you how to do it also. It comes, some of these parts are made overseas. It comes with a air hose and a valve that you're supposed to adjust. Now it comes with an air nipple that is not right and won't work for most of your air lines and air compressors. I tried to plug it in mine and it's off, and wouldn't plug into the shop one neither. So this is what they send, and all they do, this is screwed in on this side, and these, excuse me, this is threaded in to this end here, and that's supposed to hook to the airline, which it won't hook to them if it's the red Campbell Hosfeld, which is the most standard in America. Looks similar, but it's a lot smaller, completely smaller. But doesn't have this shoulder here and stuff. But anyway, I had some fittings, so don't think you can just grab this kit and go to work with it, because it's not going to fit your airline. Probably it might not, but anyway, the fittings, the way they got it, all they did was shove them threads into that black hose. Now you plug this into your airline, you open the valve a little bit, and you turn your motor over till that fits down in your spark plug hole. But you turn that open and get a little pressure on it, and when you rotate your motor over by hand, it'll blow out. When it blows out of your spark plug hole, both valves are closed. That's when you need to start to get your drill and your tap, and you got to put your guide in there and all. But like I said, don't grab this kit and think you're just going to go run get it working right off the bat, because you might not. And you've got to have that thread locker high temp, and it's extra thick to stay on the threads. I'll do another video when I get a little bit further along, but had to work on this to get this to where it'll work, and blew out, took my injectors off, moved them out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and get my coil packs off where I won't damage these last two here anyway. And I went ahead and unplugged 2 things over here and laid my wiring harness out of the way. I'm going to stick a rag up there where I don't drop nothing down in the cylinders over here. And talks about having a wand, because you got to blow down in your cylinder to get all your aluminum out, and you're going to ream it. It's going to get a lot of it in there, and it's got to be blowed out. So I'm going to stuff rags down in my injector hose and in my coil packs. and I might leave my coil packs in there when I get to blowing the aluminum shavings out. But I'll do another video. I went ahead, took my air line off, my PVC valves on my air tube, unplugged it from the throttle body, and the back PVC that runs around to the other side, I just laid it up on top right here. That way I can get up in here and work, lay down on top of the radiator and on top of the grill here. So it's not fun, but you can get to it. Gonna have to use a impact sideways air ratchet, not no impact, because you can't get it up under there. So has to be able to turn back and forth. You know how to run the tap in and out, and it's got a die reamer to ream it out to get it to the right size. But first things first, we got to get it and close both valves on it. This is just patching this motor. I'm going to start tearing down the other one, and then we'll swap them out. That'll be a lot quicker. That way the truck's not down too bad too much, because if we got to haul something, move something, somebody else breaks down, got to haul them, not good to take a motor out, build it, wait a couple of weeks or however long machine shop takes if we got a board or head work and all that. So we're going to go ahead and tear down the other one and build the other one and get it ready just to swap it over in a day. But anyway, let me get to drilling and cleaning and get my valve shut. Appreciate it.